Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? Everyone, welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. I'm the best friend you can have out there. Nice to have you with me this morning. Today is July the 17th, 2024, and we are here on a Wednesday tonight at 7 o'clock, prime time live. I'll be on the air for about an hour. For those of you who are Gold Bagel members, join me tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Look forward to seeing you. Option writers is what we are talking about here. We have option writers who hang out here. And those of you who are option writers have been having a field day lately on the markets. And you might be wondering, wow, gosh, this is easy. I take Bruce's classes and I start trading, writing options out there. I can't believe how much money I'm making. Man, this is fantastic. Is it really me, or is it really Bruce, or is it Bruce and me together, or am I just a genius and I don't know it? You're not a genius. Sorry. You're an average individual like many others who have figured out a way to make money in a market that is just handing it to you hand over fist, except that there's a reason that in the last week or so, many of you have really started to cash in some nice profits. And you've been going, hey, I would like more of this. How is this possible? And I'll tell you, the reason that you're enjoying such a lovely little trade is that for the last week or so, you may have noticed that the Russell 2000 index is up over 11% in value. This is the small cap index out there that has been beaten down all year to be as much as 35% behind the S&P 500 in its relative performance. Where the S&P is hitting new highs, the Dow is hitting highs, the Russell is not following. All of a sudden, there's a rotation going on. There is money going into the small cap area, and it is having an effect. Now remember, and be aware of this, okay? Just because there's a rotation going on does not mean there are millions of investors who are simultaneously selling shares of the Magnificent Seven stocks, one after the other, and then all of those people are at the same time immediately buying up shares of the other 493 stocks that make up the S&P 500 or the 2000 Russell Index stocks. That's not actually what's going on. What's actually going on is huge investment entities out there, as big as they get, okay, pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, sovereign wealth funds, trillions of dollars of assets, okay, a sliver of their money, I mean a sliver of their money, is being withdrawn from big cap winning ETFs and mutual funds, massive winners. Little bits of withdrawals are being taken and being put into small cap mutual funds and ETFs, who in turn receive capital coming in and are now allocating that capital into Russell 2000 eligible type stocks across the board. So what we have here is 7 shares are being sold, the Magnificent Seven and maybe the top 40 NASDAQ 100s, maybe the top 20 NASDAQ 100s. And these hundreds of billions of dollars that have been slowly leaking out are being pushed back into the market down here in the Russell 2000, where the combined value of the entire Russell 2000 doesn't even equal Apple's market cap, to kind of put this in perspective. So yesterday, if you're watching the trading numbers, the volume of trading on SoFi, you saw 60 odd million change hands yesterday at 7 something a share. Okay, we're talking about $450 million of stock that traded yesterday. That's all it is. Now, of that 450 million, 30 million would have traded anyway without the rotation going on. 30 million is a normal day, 25, 35. So really, 30 million of fresh buying came into SoFi yesterday at 750 a share average. How much is that? 200 million, 220 million dollars. Yesterday alone, just yesterday, our friends over at Nvidia lost $2.08 a share. Doesn't sound like much. A $2 move on Nvidia close to 126.36. Whoop-de-doo, you're saying to yourself. I'm telling you, kids, there are 25 billion Nvidia shares out there. 25 billion Nvidia shares. All right. A $2 drop on Nvidia is $50 billion of market cap eviscerated. Okay. We had $200 million of SoFi trade yesterday above normal. This is to show you just the differential here. You drop some of these Magnificent Seven stocks off a little, like I did an article last week. I did a video for you last week where all seven Magnificent Seven stocks dropped all on the same day. They all went down at the same time. That was the beginning of the rotation. That day alone, that one day alone, probably brought $1 trillion into the secondary markets. And they've been coming in. It's been coming in and coming in and coming in. Now, in some cases, there are literally people selling Magnificent Seven shares that they have in their IRAs, 401ks, and their investing accounts, literally turning around and now buying a select number of 5 or 10 or 15 small cap stocks. Definitely. But are they buying SoFi and GameStop? Maybe not. But someone is, because we traded on GameStop yesterday, 22.9 million. Lately, we've been doing 15, 20 million. It's a little better, but not, way out of the sky, out of normal. Last night after the bell, GameStop tried to hit $30 a share because there's thinking now, speculation now that, we got another short squeeze going on GameStop, where in reality, what might actually be happening is capital is going into GameStop because capital wants to go into secondary type stocks, but they want to buy stocks that have dollars in their bank accounts. And SoFi happens to have $4.2 billion in their bank account. And so they're going to be an more active corporation going forward than maybe they've been in the last year or two. And so they're speculating on that. In the meantime, the regional banks are getting a bit of a boost because they've had the crap kicked out of them. And the reason for the regional banks is because there's speculation there's going to be interest rate cuts starting in September. That's good news. The bad news is that we'll be lucky to see a 1/4 point drop in September. And I don't know if we'll see another drop until the new year, because the Federal Reserve is going to sit back and fold their arms and go, what the hell are the American people going to do come election day in November? Until we know that, we're not doing anything else. We're not going to affect the election in any way. We're not political. We're analytical. We analyze data. We analyze inflation. We analyze industrial output. We analyze unemployment. We analyze all the other factors that we have to analyze. And we're going to watch and see what the American people want to do with their government going forward. And let's hear what the so-called administration of the day, starting in January 25, what are they going to say about what are they going to talk about? And now we as the Fed will add that into our arsenal of data and figure out our next course of action. Of course, the bond market and the currency market and the equity market and all the traders and gamblers and speculators and all the analysts and all the analyst wannabes are already a year ahead of all of this. And they're coming up, well, if this happens, this is going to happen. If that happens, that's going to happen. If that happens, that's going to happen. They already have all the answers. They don't have any facts. They don't have any knowledge of what's going to happen. They haven't got a clue what's going to happen. And many of them are clueless, period. But they have no problem in letting you know what they think right now. And the general public out there walks around going, I hate my life. I hate my leaders. I hate the way things are going. When is it going to work for me? And the answer never comes the way they want it, because they're not taking their lives in their hands and saying, the hell with this. I'm not going to count on some guy wearing a hat, or some guy walking with a gait, or some guy that's 85 or 81 or 82. Or, I'm not gonna count on any of this stuff, because in 10 years from now, a whole bunch of these old timers aren't here anymore. They're in their 90s, man. Are they still alive? Are you kidding me? I have to look after me. I'm 35, 40, 45, 50. I'll be around in 10 years unless I die of a stroke. I'll be here. I have to figure out how to survive from here to there to the next 20 years beyond that. And I can't count on the current slate of people that's out there. Not a chance. And so, for some of those folks, they ended up here. How you found me, I don't know how, but you found me. I marvel at it. People tell me all the time how they found my channel. And of course, the most common story is, I've been here the whole time. I've been here since you've been on the air in 2021. You're the only guy that talks about the market in plain English. And I understand what the heck you're talking about. And I now understand what these guys are saying through their gobbledygook. Now I understand what's going on here. You got to take control of your own assets, man. You can't let anyone else do it for you. And if you are a woman, if you are of the female persuasion, I don't have to tell you this. You know this yourself, because women in this world, and in America and in Canada, single moms, single gals, they already know. The only person you can count on to get stuff done is the person you're looking at every morning when you're putting on your makeup, every time you wash your face, every time you brush your teeth. That individual staring back at you is the only one you know you can count on. And if you've got kids to raise, you've got a household to run, you're widowed and getting on in age, you're the one. It is on your shoulders. Never did they tell you this in school. They never told you this while you were growing up. Because when you were growing up, you were sold a fantasy land existence. The American dream, the Canadian dream, the middle class dream of all dreams, that you would live happily ever after in marital bliss with children and grandchildren. And then the world opened up to you and real life came your way, and you saw the reality of this world, where people that you thought were always going to be there just aren't around anymore. And it's all on you now. And you're not getting any help from anybody. I mean, really, there are some supporting you, but really, it's your call. And unfortunately, there are too many single people out there, men and women, who are down and outers and who are stuck in a perpetual wheel of death, where you'll never get out of a minimum wage paying job, and you will always be stuck down there. There are others, thankfully enough, or some, who could be in that treadmill of death, but have figured out, no. I was smart in school. I know how to study, and I've got 2 hours in the evenings from 10 until midnight when the kids are asleep, and that's when I watch Uncle Bruce. I take his classes, and I learn how to possibly write options on a portfolio that I have here somehow through whatever circumstances, and it's worth $20,000, $30,000, $5,000, and I'm going to learn how to take this money and make it make money. And I'm buying into the idea that Bruce might be right. The very, very wealthy of this world do not have high-paying jobs. The very, very wealthy of this world make money with their money. And I'm going to make money with whatever money I have to help ease the load around here and build something up and get something going. Those of you who are doing this, I have such respect for you. I have such, I bow in your honor that you are able to do this and have the drive to take yourselves to another level. For those of you who are looking at me going, hey pal, you give me the information I want. Just tell me how to get rich. I don't want to work at it. I just want you to tell me what to do. I have bad news for you guys. I'm not your broker, and I'm not your financial advisor, and I'm not going to manage your portfolio for you. I'm here to show you, or to indicate to you and help explain to you how you can take whatever it is you have and alter it and mold it to a point where you can now make you a return that you aren't getting now. And as you begin to get successful in this area, the light will shine in your brain and you'll go, oh my God, that's what he's telling me to do. I get it now. Geez, man, I thought this was going to be unbelievably complicated. It's not that unbelievably complicated. Yeah, he's got 17 lessons out there, and sure, it's a complicated market, and strategies are out there are unbelievable. I don't need to know every single option strategy ever invented to be a solid, successful option writer. Sometimes learning too much is the problem for some of you, because some of you are too academic for this. You're just too damn smart for yourselves. You're so focused on getting the knowledge of everything there is to do with the markets and option writing, you lose sight of the big picture, which is always be writing and let options depreciate in value. Let them shrink to nothing or next to nothing, or shrink by half, or shrink by 40% or 80%, and take the profit off the table and add it to your account so you can now write again. This is all it is. It is that simple. It is that the mythology and the structure is the same each and every time. Every time you write options contracts, you have maxed out your profits. You can't make any more than what you just generated right there. That's it. Until you do the next write, you can't make any more money than you just hauled in. You just hauled in the cash. You brought in a credit spread. You got the money. How much can you hang on to? That's all we're asking now. And you always must be writing. Let markets go wherever they want to go. Let politicians say whatever they want to say. Let economic stats come out. Let this happen, let that happen. Just relax and say, great, that's the world in which I am. I'm in 2024, here I am. Fair enough, I'm not in 1968, I'm not in 1974, I'm not in 2001, I'm not in 2008, I'm in 2024, and I have to deal with the reality of today. Bring yourself to the modern time and get out of yesterday. Keep an eye on it and remember it, yes, history, but look at today's situation and deal with this, because that's it. There's no one else to help you. Thank you for joining me today. What is your upside today? What's going to happen in this market? We're down 19 cents on GameStop. Is it over? I don't think so. I don't think so. Why isn't GameStop backing off $5 back to $23 a share? It's at $28.50 yesterday. Went to $29.90 something after the close last night. Tried to go to $30. Why won't GameStop just give up $5? It's not like we've had 150 million shares trade every day on GameStop. It's nothing like a month ago when there was an unbelievable force of buying coming into that stock to run it. We haven't had that at all. And yet we're at 28.50, 28.36 right now. The stock won't give up ground. Why is SoFi sitting at the 750 range? It's down 17 this morning at 758. Why is it here? Why won't it go back to $6.15? That's where it was a week ago. Couple of reasons. Of course, SoFi has some good news going with it, or potential good news. 13 days from now, the financials will be out for the previous quarter. And all kinds of analysts tried to poo-poo this stock last week. You were all talking about it. You all heard me talking about it. There were analysts downgrading SoFi and just calling it a hold and dropping their price targets. And some of them were saying it would only go to 7. Some were saying it will only go to 750. And last night it was 775. Why won't it go back to 615? Maybe they're wrong. Maybe poo-pooing the stock is the wrong thing to do 2.5 weeks before they come out with their financials. Maybe the financials that are going to come out on SoFi are going to reflect the kind of financials we have already seen come out from Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. These mega monsters are just scoring all kinds of profits all over the place. Well, gee, do you think the possibility that SoFi has added another 500,000 members to their membership list? Do you think they've maybe brought in another $2 billion in capital, in deposits? Do you think maybe SoFi has moved up another couple of notches in the largest bank index, measuring index for the United States banking sector? Do you think maybe this company has made more money than they said they were going to make, they thought they were going to make, that they indicated? Do you think for what, the 15th quarter in a row, they've beaten the street? When will the street wake up and realize they always beat the street? Every freaking time they beat the street. But oh no, we're going to poo-poo these guys. Well, don't worry. None of these analysts will be fired. They won't be laid off. They'll keep their day jobs, and they'll be able to poo-poo the stock again. Because as you know, no matter how great or how good or whatever GameStop does or what SoFi does, for some analysts, it will never be enough. And that's how some analysts operate. It'll never be enough. And so, okay, we'll figure it out from there. Welcome to the party, pal. Tesla's at 251, down 555. Is it over? Is this it? Yesterday, we fluctuated by, $14 a share on Tesla. We had a wild range of trading yesterday on Tesla. I don't think it's over at all. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of wondering if we're being sandbagged here. Are we getting a little dip this pre-market right now on some of our favorites? And with Apple down 470 and Tesla down 550 and Microsoft down 520, Google is down 94, Amazon down 158, Nvidia down 512, Meta down $9. Do you think maybe this is a little too much too fast? And we may find that in the first 30 minutes of the morning's market, we run out of stock for sale. Because all of a sudden, the average investor out there and a lot of the pros from Dover out there, are going to be sitting back going, I don't think Apple should be down $5-6 a share right off the get-go and stay here all day long. I don't think so. I don't think that's there's that kind of problem out there with Apple. I don't think there's a big problem with Meta right now. I don't think there's a big problem with Microsoft right now. As a matter of fact, I think that when it's all said and done, if you take the Magnificent Seven and you look at their balance sheets and you add up how much cash they're sitting on, actual cash dollars they have in the bank, you'll go, wait, whoa, hold it a second. These guys have got hundreds of billions of dollars of capital, like maybe $500 billion or more in cash, and haven't actually all of them announced stock buyback programs. Do you think perhaps that as these stocks give up a little bit of ground, maybe a 5% drop from their all-time highs, or a 12% drop, or an 8%, do you think that maybe around there they're going to start buying up their own stock? Because isn't that what smart public companies do that have a buyback program? They buy up their shares when they're available at cheap prices. This backing off thing here, this rotation that Bruce is talking about, that frankly the street is talking about, it's not a dump everything and go over here strategy. It is, well, let's take 0.5% of our money out of these, big winners that we've had for a year now and shift into the big losers over here, because the Russell 2000 was 33% behind the market just a week ago. In the first week of the rotation, the Russell has lifted by 11%. We still have 20% to go, just to tie, just to equal the S&P performance. That's 5-6 weeks they're talking. The professionals, are talking 5 to 6 weeks more time before we catch up to the big market. What's 6 weeks from now? What happens in 6 weeks from now? This is the middle of July. Now you're talking the end of August into September. You're talking, guess what they're talking about that's going to happen in September? The interest rate cut is coming. The first quarter point rate cut could be announced in September. Wow. And then like a couple of months after that, it's November. What's going to happen in November? I know what's going to happen in November. The whole world is going to be holding its breath to find out what Americans are going to do with their dysfunctional political system. We're all waiting to see what are my friends in the United States going to do with themselves. Going to be one hell of a time. enter, entertainment television, to say the least. I will say that much. So here we are, kids, with all this going on while you are watching me on this little tiny computer of yours or phone or whatever you're watching me on, and I'm begging you and I'm yelling at you and I'm encouraging you, keep on writing contracts, because it's your road to a better economic future. It's as simple as that. There's no magic to it. You're not going to get a raise from your employer of 35%. You're not going to get a 50% bonus this year because your employer's made all kinds of money and they're going to pass on a 50% bonus to you. You're unlikely to get a bonus with a job title bestowed on you that's going to turn you into one of the 10 percenters of the corporation. That room is closed to relatives, friends, and associates of those who are already there. And for you to get in that club, no way. The only way you're going to get into a top 10% position somewhere else is you have to leave the company you're in to go to another company and be stolen by somebody else. A headhunter is going to have to be your promoter. That's the only way it's going to happen. The only way most of you are going to be able to improve your revenue into your hot little hands, where you can add 50% more to your account or to your hands, or 100% more into your hands, or 200% more into your hands. The only way to do it is from the stock market. And the one way that I think you can do it for sure is you're going to write options. That's how you're going to do it. It's not going to come from being smart enough to buy 10,000 shares of GameStop at $28 a share just before it goes to 30, and you sell it and you just made yourself $2 a share times 10,000 shares. You just made yourself 20 grand real fast. None of you have that kind of capital to buy 10,000 shares of the stock. None of you have the timing, and none of you know when to sell it, because there's no roadmap saying, yes, sell right now. This is the moment you should sell it. You just made yourself a nice little profit. No, the way to make money on GameStop or other stocks is to write options that you know are worthless, out of the money, have very little time, and will depreciate to next to nothing. That's the trade you want to be into. You want to be into a trade where you know that what it is you're playing with, the entity that you're buying and selling, is worthless. And you want to be the one who creates it. You want to be the seller. Where else in the world are you allowed to create something that is bona fide and guaranteed to be worthless, and people will give you money for it? This is legal. This is allowed. Can you imagine? If you were to try to sell a toy to a kid, and the toy disintegrated into dust in 3 weeks, the parent would track you down and they would sue you for selling a defective product. If you offered somebody a meal on a plate, and by the time they took it to the table and put the fork in it to try to eat it, it was all gone. It evaporated into the air. You'd have a riot on your hand. Here, you're allowed to create a product, sell it for a ridiculous amount of money, which in effect is a worthless product. And yet, the key here is the buyer knows it's worthless. The seller knows it's worthless. And yet, the trade happens anyway. Where else can you do this? This is unbelievable. If you did this in certain countries of the world, you'd be beheaded. You would be arrested on the spot. You would not exist very long. Here, in this world, in this market, you are honored. You are raised. You're a god. Their statues are made in your honor. You write contracts that go down in value, and you buy them back for less than half of what you got for them a couple of days ago. You're a god. Can you believe that? I mean, think about this. This is why there are only 258 people watching me live right now. There are 258 people here who are sitting there going, you know, he's right. I can actually sell something that the guy buying it from me, or the girl, or the institution, whoever it is buying this crap from me, knows that what I'm selling to them is worthless. It's an out-of-the-money contract, call or a put, has no value. It's only good for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. It has a very short fuse. It has no intrinsic value, and the likelihood is that by the time this contract actually expires in 2 weeks and 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the likelihood is that this piece of paper or this document or this thingy that I'm selling will have zero value. And everybody in the stock market knows it. Everybody in the options market knows it. And the buyer and seller know it. And yet, you want to sell this to somebody? Why not? How simple is this? How unbelievable is this? It just blows my mind that you can do this. And not only can you do this with stock you already have, where you theoretically you offer your stock for sale for a certain amount of time at a certain price per share that is higher than your stock is trading at, and people will give you money for that privilege to maybe buy your stock from you at a higher price per share that it's trading at, and here's upfront money on top of that. What? Is it any wonder there's only 262 people here? Who can understand it? It makes no sense. Practical, hardworking, smart, dedicated, loyal, honest people for generations since the 1970s have never been able to figure out the concept that you are telling me you can make money offering something to somebody that they know what you're selling has no value whatsoever at this moment in time, and that it might have value, maybe could have value between now and a week or two from now or 3 weeks from now, and they're willing to give you money up front in your account today. You can have the money in your account in 5 minutes. It's there. Do whatever you want with it. You got to be kidding me. No, that doesn't exist, man. I go to work and I work my ass off for my boss, and I come in early and I stay late and I work weekends and I work from home and I do whatever they say and I travel wherever they tell me to travel. I go to trade shows. I do all this crap for these people because we make this and sell this. It costs us this much to make it, costs us this much to sell it, and what's left over is for the firm, and the money the firm makes goes to covering the whole thing, and there's a sliver of that for me, and that's called my salary. That is the American way that I have bought into, my father bought into, my grandfather bought into, my great-grandfather bought into, and you are telling me you can sit at home in front of a computer, a laptop, and there's some kind of invisible wave that comes into this thing that allows you to see a picture of a guy with virtually no hair who's telling you you can sell this item that I can't even show it to you. I can't even show you an option contract. I can't hold one. If I sold you a mouse, I could show you the mouse. I can do all that. I can't do that with a stock option. And yet you're telling me he's telling you you can sell this to someone that is this imaginary thing that has no value and will die, it will cease to exist in the next month, and you can get so much money from these people that you don't have to work in a regular job? What am I missing here is what these people are asking themselves, and they're looking at you like you've lost your freaking mind, and you know it. You tell me all the time. You've tried to tell your brother. You tried to tell your sister. You tried to tell your best friend. You tried to tell your golf buddies. You tried to tell your knitting group, your reading group. You've tried to tell your cousins, everybody you know who's come to you or you've to them. People you know that are in real financial trouble, people you know that are sitting on $500,000 of assets, bringing in 2%, 3% return, and they're losing to inflation every month. They're just losing. And you know people who have $50,000, and you know that if they were just to start writing put credit spreads on that $50,000, they could haul in $4,000 or $5,000 a month like no brainer. And boy, could they use it, because they've got those 3 kids, they got the 3 cars, they got the 2 mortgages, they got the credit cards. They look like crap. And you're sitting there going, "Good God, if they could get 4 or 5 grand in their hands every month, additional money, that would just change everything. That would just that would take so much pressure off those two." Because you're sitting there going, when is one or two of those folks? When is one of them going to die of a stroke? When? How much? How long? It's going to happen. They're killing themselves. Unbelievable. Alberto, I cannot thank you enough for your loyalty to this channel. You're just something else. I wish I had 100 of these guys. I'm building 100 of them, I'm pretty sure. But Alberto, you're awesome, man. Get the classes. He speaks facts. Learn to write, for crying out loud. Enough said. Almost time to fill our pockets. Back to pile dancing, baby. Thank you, Alberto. You're just the best, man. I appreciate you. And all of you out there who have been silently making nothing but money, hanging out here. You tried, all of you out there have tried to convince others. And some of you have been successful because there's only one way to prove to the skeptics that what you say is truly capable of happening. Where you folks are saying to your best friends or relatives who look at you down their nose of privilege and they go, "Oh yeah, you think you're so smart. If you're so smart and this option writing is so good, why doesn't everybody do it?" That's the number one line that you're gonna get. And you go, I don't know why other people don't do this. As a matter of fact, I don't know why you aren't telling me to be doing this, because I thought you were always smarter than me. You had better grades in school. You always had a better job than I had. You were always telling me about how to make money doing this or how to be better at doing that. I don't understand. Why is it that I am telling you about the options market rather than you are telling me about the options market? And then you are kind enough to show them a couple of trades. And you're saying, well, you see this GameStop over here, or this AI stock, or this SPY contract, or you see these shares of Tesla, or these others. And look what I did. I sold this for $5 and I bought it back for $3 in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's what I did. But I didn't do that like with one. I had 10 of them. So I sold 10 of these $5 contracts and I brought in $5,000 in cash. And then I bought them back for $2,000 or $3,000. And I made $3,000 in a week on this trade. Then I did this trade and I made this much money on this trade. Then I did that trade. And they're going to go, how can you do that? You're selling something that doesn't have any value. Yeah, that's right. I am. I'm selling something that is worthless. And yet the buyer gave me $5 willingly, happily, and I got the money in my account right away. And I just turned around and used that money to write more contracts because I'm just going to compound the returns here. Why would I stop? And I learned this from a guy on YouTube. It sounds like a guy with a trench coat on a street corner going, "You want to buy a watch?" I learned to do this from a guy on YouTube through the classes he runs, and I watch his show every day. Really? Yeah, really. And look at my results. Like, you can doubt me when I tell you I'm doing this, but you can't deny that the dough is in my account. Here are my results for the year. Here are my results for the last year. Here are my results last week. Here's what I did just last month. This is the kind of return that I'm getting on my account. It's either a dollar return or a percentage return, one of each. And yes, it's legal, and yes, it's above board. And in reality, my friend, and my dear relative, my dear best friend, my cousin, whatever, coworker, the stuff that I'm doing here is exactly what the most successful people in the market have been doing for the last 50, 60 years. Writing options that depreciate into nothing and taking the change. Just keeping the change. Keeping the millions and billions of dollars that come into this market. Because there is no shortage of gamblers coming into the option market. That's the good news. Number of people willing to pay for a product that has no value continues to grow. Why? Because the economy is failing more and more people. This is an undeniable fact. The standard of living of North Americans and other countries in the industrialized world is dropping ever so little here and there and here and there. Every day you read stories or headlines, or you're coming across government studies or what have you. Some you trust, some you don't. But the reality is every day news keeps coming out where people are finding it more difficult to afford health care, or people can't quit their jobs in certain areas of the country, say in the US, to go to another job because their medical plan is not transferable. And when they go to the new location, they are deemed to be uninsurable because of a pre-existing condition that, maybe you had a cold 15 years ago. That's a pre-existing medical condition. You can't get insurance. There are horror stories out there of people losing everything, people who are being laid off without notice, companies being taken over, and thousands of people being let go, companies changing their business plan going forward, closing entire divisions. It just goes on and on and on. It's always working against the middle class person trying to get a little higher into the upper middle class. And there are many in the upper middle class who get knocked back down to middle class. They made it, they were there for a while, and then they got the crap kicked out of them due to economic forces having nothing to do with their performance of their jobs or anything else. They were just with the wrong company at the wrong place at the wrong time, and the next thing you know, they are wiped out. And I'm just trying to help you figure way around this. You have to figure this one. Anyway, thank you, Alberto. Whew, man, this is awesome stuff. Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce, the wife wanted to raise some money this week. So what did she do? She hands me her phone, says she wants some cash. What did I do? I sold covered calls on AI, 35. I sold covered calls on GameStop, $35 covered calls. Robolite, or RXRX 12 for January, 8,000 worth in cash. Boom, here's some money. Go shop. Thank you very much. Earl Harwell, number 101 on the thumbs up meter. Lorraine, number 102 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome all. Flint Creek, 7,000 in a day. Diam, giddy up, everybody. The man is asking, do I gamble and see if GameStop pulls back under 26.5 by Friday, or do I roll it out and keep my shares? There's no gambling here if you're an option writer. You're just constantly writing. Do a rollover and keep going. There's no gambling here. Crazy Berkshire stuff there. Pablo is saying on fire. H. Gregory, hey Uncle Bruce, I wrote a 42.5 to a 42 and a 480 put spread on Meta on Monday when the stock was 501. Of course, Meta drops $20 in a day, and it's in the money as of right now. Should I wait? Okay, I don't know when these contracts are dying, so you're not helping me now. You're not even telling me on your follow-up message when these are going. So I don't know what's happening here. I'm looking at, is this 7/19? So it's the 19th of July, so it's this Friday. Yeah, you got to roll. You got to roll. And you know what you did is you wrote too close to the market. You were playing with the fire, which I tell you not to do all the time, and a $500 stock, and you're writing contracts within $20 of a $500 stock. You're supposed to be 10% away minimum. That's $50 out. You're too close to the campfire, and now you're getting hit by sparks. And now you have to do a rollover. Thankfully, if you've taken my classes, which I think you have, you know how to do that, and you better get on it right away, because if you are hoping, I hope the market goes the way I want, you're gambling. And if you're gambling, you're on the floor of the casino. You're not the owner of the casino. You're supposed to be the owner of the casino here. Yeah, get moving. Let me know how it works out. Unbelievable. Savage of Wall Street, I'm also getting ready to leave for Tahoe soon. These gamblers had to finance my impromptu vacation because it's just been too hot here in the Bay Area. I use gamblers to pay for the casinos too. Thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Well done, everyone out there making money from this market. Keep up the good work, everybody. We're opening up in 14 minutes. What can I say? Lee Mortimer, I've been watching this channel for 3 years. I wish I got off into option writing a lot sooner than I did. It's okay. It's never too late. It's never too late. Let's go, baby. Here we go. Henry, I took my first class March 18th of this year. My first class with Uncle Bruce. I just bought a brand new Tellerud Monday with some of my proceeds. Congratulations, my friend. Well done. Nicely done. Nicely done. H. Gregory, thanks, dude. I love credit spreads, but no matter what direction I pick lately, the market does the opposite. No matter how out of the money I am, laughing out loud. Let's see. Luca Chow here, number 114 GameStop, or thumbs up here. What did I miss? General panic caused the pre-market. Is this red? Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you here. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on? Virginia, I just did get a $2 an hour merit raise. So at least I got something. Well, congratulations. Look, some employers do try to pay you, a fair wage and all that. And there's what's wrong with that? Nothing. But, $2 an hour, 40 hours a week, $80, 50 weeks a year, $4,000 a year. How much of that is eaten up by taxes? What's left over with inflation? Are you winning? Are you losing? You got to make money. You got to make money above and beyond that. Giddy up, giddy up. Dude, yeah, this happened with me on NVIDIA 2 weeks ago. I added double the put spreads at a lower strike. Then it recovered, and I closed all three for profit. Try that strategy too. Alberto, the man, I love chasing a dip via premiums, makes your position that much stronger. And Virginia is saying, I've officially been at my new job a year. I've gotten 2 raises since I've been here, making $10 an hour more than my last employer. Well done. Now that adds up to some money. That's $400 a week more at 40 hours a week, and that is $20,000 a year, and that does make a difference. Didn't Obama make denying coverage for pre-existing conditions illegal? It depends on. I can't even go there. I'm not an expert in your healthcare plan. You guys figure that out yourself. It's still a mess, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Welcome all. Welcome all. Welcome all. Spicy Android. I keep writing 2550 puts on GameStop. 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 a week. I'm happy. 1 to 2,000 a week. I'm happy. And what else is going on here? Welcome all, welcome all. Be the casino, says Virginia. Let's see, what else is going on? Here we go, Luca. I got a bunch of iron condors on NVIDIA. 121 to 124, 142, 145. I will adjust the call side today. We'll see tomorrow the put side. It has to recover for sure. H. Gary, I took a credit spread class. When did we talk about being 10% out of the money? This is the first time I'm hearing this. I must have missed this. We'll start employing this in the future. Thanks, Uncle B. Roaring T, yes, he did, but righties want to take it, and never mind. The man, I wish you the best. Get that moolah. Good morning from Robert. Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you here, and all of you here. We're opening in 10 minutes for trading. Thank you all for joining this channel. Those of you who have become members lately, you're very welcome here, and I'm really glad you are. Those of you who become Gold Bagel members here at the top of the class here, don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, primetime live with your buddy Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. So please join ASAP. Would love to have you. And thank you again for your support of this channel and this YouTuber. Those of you taking the classes, I just cannot I never thank you enough, but I can encourage you. I really want to encourage you to definitely grab these classes. It is your way potentially out of a financial mess that you might be in, or it might be a way for you to avoid ever being caught short with cash flow. It's the way to go. To move forward for some of you. It is a way for you to perhaps build your retirement account to a level that it should be at well before you retire. It might be a way for some of you to salvage your IRA or 401k that is way below where it should be. And then there, for a number of you out there, I know you've let me know in no uncertain terms, it has been the way for some of you to say goodbye to your former employers, because you're now making more money writing options than you can possibly ever make at the office. You've maxed yourself out at the office. You are invaluable. You are a team member extraordinaire. You do the work of 4 people. The boss has tried to give you raises and promotions and everything a million times, and unfortunately the bosses out there, the bosses on top of the bosses on top of the bosses, are just not interested in helping you in any way, make a go of it, or reward you for your efforts. Your boss has been told that you have maxed yourself out, and there just is no more in the pot for you to get. And at the end of the day, you're at the top end of your scale, and that is just not enough for what you're worth. And so some of you, of course, you found ways to move to another employer. And some of you have figured out, you know what, Bruce, hanging out with you a little while, where all I hear from Uncle Bruce is how I can be so much further ahead than I have been, and how there's no limit to what the upside can be for me. This has been a revelation. No one has ever motivated me like you've motivated me. I always keep getting no's, and no's as answers to better myself, whether it is to take a course that the firm should be paying for that will make me a better team employee here, or whether it's going to a convention that I should be going to, or whether it is maybe the firm should be buying me a new computer here to do my work better. I don't know. There's a million reasons why they are not working with you to make you a better employee for the employer. I don't know. And you're just sick and tired of constantly running into the no machine. It's a turnoff, and you're finally at wit's end, and you've decided, you know what? I went to school to learn certain skills, and I've learned a number of skills since school. I can learn another skill, and that skill is learning how to write stock options in the hottest stock market known to mankind, and learning how to write options where all I need is one of these to do that. And I have one of these. And instead of playing video games on it or looking at TikTok videos or Instagrams all the time, during market hours, I watch my money. And this is the most entertaining show I've ever had, ever. And I'm going to learn how to make money with my money. As little as I have, I'm going to make it make money. And what shocks people is the percentage returns that they get from their own capital when they start to write stock options. They cannot believe the ridiculous percentages. And they sit back and go, I haven't got a lot of money in this thing yet because I'm just new at this. But the kind of returns I'm generating already with what little I have, I now understand what Uncle Bruce is talking about when he is telling all of us that there are hedge funds out there with hundreds of millions of dollars under administration, and they are bringing in the same percentage returns that you are, with millions. And now you understand, oh, well, that's why at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas last year, they ran out of parking. They had no more parking spots at the international airport in Las Vegas for all the private jets that were coming in. All the private jets that wanted to come into Vegas with all of these Super Bowl fans who were willing to pay $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 each to go to wherever they were going to go in town, including the stadium itself, a ton of them were flying in on private jets with their friends and their families, and they couldn't even park their jet at the airport. They could land at the airport. They could be taxied over to a rival's area for private jets. They could get out of the private jet, get into a limo to go to wherever they were going in Vegas, but the jet had to leave the airport and take off again because there was no more room to park the thousands of private jets coming in to the Super Bowl. That is how wealthy this market is. That's how good this economy is. That's how strong America is right now. This doesn't happen in Europe. This doesn't happen in Russia. This doesn't happen in Japan. You don't have regular, everyday schmucks who become millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires, being able to buy or charter private jets to go to sporting events in the freest country in the world where there isn't enough room for the private jets to be parked for one night, 2 nights. You get it now. You're getting it. I'm trying to get you a sliver of this return action so that you can pay off a credit card a little faster. You can pay off your car loan. You can give your kids the birthday present they've always wanted. You can take your family on a vacay. You can build your 401k. You can build your cash flow to say goodbye to your crap job. Something, anything to make your life better. Whether it's $3,000, 5,000, 10, 20, 50, whatever. Welcome to the party, pal, where you're selling something to somebody else that is absolutely worthless, has no value, will expire in the next week to 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 10 weeks, and the buyer who's giving you the money knows that. You're both on the same page. You're offering something to somebody else for a bunch of money that has no value, and both of you are happy with the transaction. Where in the world can you do this on anything else? This is unbelievable. This is absolutely mind-numbing. Welcome to the party, pal. We're opening in 2 minutes, man. What can I say? Isn't this fun? Oh, gosh darn, it sure is. Man, Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce finally bought back AI 2750 cash secured puts I wrote in February for $14.59. I bought them back at $5.55. Boom, thank you. May I have another? I took that money to write $10 Jan 26 cash secured puts on Riot for $4.20. Is this real life? Unbelievable. H. Gregory, looking at the price on Meta, its 200-day is 286. So if we close below that, not a sign of recovery at the least. It's been struggling to break out for a while. Alberto, the man, exactly. You can make money or make more money. Uncle Bruce has given me tax problems, which I'm okay with. H. Gregory, dude, thanks, man. I'll watch today for a recovery. If not, I'll try the methods or just roll. Ian, would you roll the GameStop covered call? Wrote 826 expiry at 35. I would lose $1 to close and net about 90 cents on the new sell. No rush to do it at this point in time. I would just probably sit tight, just let the stock go higher. The stock goes higher, your contract will go up a little bit more, of course, but the contract you can write, you might be writing a different contract at a different strike for even more money. We'll have to wait and see here. Brian, number 130, thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. We're ready to start trading. Parker, Ivy, Ian, you still have a good bit of time on that contract, and it's out of the money. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Brian is saying, hey, you're $7 out of the money. What did you write it for? I'm sure you're buying it out around 38, 39. Fold your arms. Bet your cost basis is like 25. You're laughing all the way to the bank, my friend. Ian, Parker, this is my first cover call. Just wondering what the strategy is and what makes sense to do. Yeah, fold your arms. It's using this strategy right here. Just fold your arms and watch the show. We're open 28.85 on GameStop, up 35 cents. Thank you, Larry Titus and Richard Carlin. Nee. That's right. Honor the Knights of Knee. Don't forget, the power behind this market is actually from the Knights of Knee. Absolutely. Welcome all to the show, and away we go. Cheers, everybody. Stink bids save lives. No question. If you don't know what that means, you're obviously new around here. Stick around and you'll figure it out. Welcome all to the party. Dude, the last write I did on Meta was actually selling a call spread last month. I added a put spread when it seemed to bottom out. That was in June when it topped out in the 500s. Brian, I wrote GameStop cash secured puts August 16, 26 strikes for $294 yesterday. Times 12, and I wrote one covered call September 20 expiry, $30 strike for $545. I'm having fun doing this. Yes, this is a lot of fun. Ian, Brian, and Uncle Bruce, thank you. I'm folding my arms. There you go, my friend. There you are. 29.03 on GameStop. It's up 50 cents. So what? You've got $35 calls outstanding, and the stock's up 50 cents. Whoop-de freaking do. Something to worry about? Nope, not at all. Thank you very much. May I have another? Whatever it is you're writing on, whether you own the stock or whether you have a deep in the money call, and this is a poor man covered call trade, whatever it is you own to be able to write these calls, you're making money. It's going up penny for penny. It's yours. On the contract side, the problem for the contract owner, not that you're the seller, the owner of that contract, they have a problem. They have August coming up. That's their problem. Time, and they're out of the money. That's another problem they have. They're sitting on a contract that is worthless. Zero value that you are paid big money for, and you're sitting there going, I'm not buying it back. I don't have to buy the contract back. Why should I buy it back? Stock's at $28.95, $29 a share, goes to 30, 31. I still don't have to buy it back. I'm just going to sit here and let that contract expire or shrink. And when that thing drops by 50, 60% from where I sold it at, I might buy it back then, depending on what the stock is doing. Yeah, no hurry here. I'm making dinero. Look, if the stock goes to $34.99 on the very day of expiry, your contract is worthless and your stock is $34.99. Guess what you're going to do now? On Monday morning, the next day, you're going to write 40s, 45s, and you're going to take in a bunch more money by writing October or November or December or January contracts. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I like this game. This is good stuff. Ian says, I got 244 for him. So, yeah, nothing wrong with a 244 premium on the first ever option right on a way out of the money contract. It's beautiful. Selling something. Ian, how can you live with yourself knowing that you took in $244 per contract on something that was worthless? How can you do that? You should be ashamed of yourself there, Ian. 29.13 on GameStop. Yay! SoFi 774 down a penny. The Dow's up 43 points. Nvidia down $5 a share. What does that mean? $5 a share on Nvidia means that the capitalized value of Nvidia, with 25 billion shares outstanding, down $5 each. That's a $125 billion cap loss on Nvidia. That money is going elsewhere, and it's coming into GameStop, and it's coming into SoFi, and it's coming into regional banks, and it's coming into all kinds of other stock. SoFi's up now a penny, 775, 776. Interesting stuff. Tesla's down 220. Not the end of the world, isn't it something? But Tesla's giving up some ground too. Alberto, to work, folks. See you all tomorrow. Asia, hasta la vista, writers. Thank you, Alberto. Have a great one, my friend, and thank you for that donation today. Have a wonderful day, and keep making the moolah, baby. Brian, okay, so if you are exercised, you get 37.44 minus your cost basis. This is the worst case scenario. Your best case is you keep all the 244 and your shares. That's right. He gets paid $35 on the contract. He keeps the 244 he already has. He gets taken out at 37.44. That's the worst case scenario. Wow, the worst case scenario is the stock goes to $1. That's the worst case scenario. But this scenario being taken out, so what? Giddy up. Brian, SoFi, straight up, baby. 778. Here we go. Brian, GameStop, straight up. Splair, ME52, Splair. I have an enjoyable day, Alberto. Have an enjoyable day. Yeah, we're running 29.04 on GameStop, up 50. We're up 3 on SoFi, 778. Nvidia down 528. Rocket Lab down 11. Matterport down 5. SmartRent down 2.5. ME up 1.3. Apple down 360, Tesla down 320, Google down 150, Microsoft down $6, Netflix down $10, Meta down 14, Amazon is down 316. So you take those magnificent sevens, add it all up, and you'll find that they're down by what, $200 billion in value, $300 billion in value. That dough is going into the secondary markets. The rotation is on. And that is what we're talking about here. This is why certain stocks are doing well while the rest of the market not doing quite so well. We're down 50 points on S&P. We're up 63 on the Dow, and we're down 307 on NASDAQ. And isn't it time that NASDAQ gave up a little bit of ground considering the ridiculous numbers we've been seeing? Oil, by the way, is up 119, trying to hang on to this 80 range. It's 81.95 a barrel on a barrel of oil. The oil lobby and the oil shills are trying to promote oil left, right, and center. What can I say? Welcome all to the show, the party where hopes, wishes, and dreams and aspirations just might be coming true for a bunch of you folks here. I love it. I thank you all for being with us, joining us, and being part of the channel. And I hope the markets are working in your favor. If you're an option writer, your odds of making money are pretty darn good right now. I kind of like your scenario here of making money in this market. Things are looking not too bad at all. Thank you again for the thumbs ups today. If those of you are able to hit the thumbs up button for us, please do. 143 have come in. 143 thumbs ups. Thank you. We try and strive for at least 200 every show. And the more we get, more thumbs ups we get, the more exposure we get through YouTube. And other people find us, which means other people start to believe in the upside of certain stocks and certain companies, and they understand the options market a little bit more, and they become option writers, which means you have more contemporaries to hang out with, to compare notes with, to get richer with. Nothing wrong with any of this at all. Thank you all for being part of my channel today and every day. It's much appreciated. Brian, Sofi, 784. Go, baby, go. Giddy up. 46-point gain on the Dow. 785 now on Sofi. We're up a dime. We're going for $8 on Sofi, which means all those cash secured puts that are out there, guess what they're doing? They're falling in value. Cash secured puts on SoFi are dropping in value. They might be giving up some premium as well. Because if the street gets the vibe that SoFi is headed to $10 on these earnings that are coming up, cash secured puts are going to lose a lot of their panache. And that's good news for those of you who have written cash secured puts on SoFi. Well done, everybody. 29.13 on GameStop. It might be time to take a look at $20 to $23 credit spreads on puts. It just might be time to look at put credit spreads on GameStop all the way up to 23 and below. That might be the timing for that. It might be just right. Tesla at 254, it just might be time to look at 275.85 credit spreads on calls. It might be time to start looking at call credit spreads on the upper end of this range for Tesla, 10% higher or so. On the put side, you want to be at least $40 behind Tesla. You want to be down in the 210 neighborhood to be comfy. Congratulations, everyone out there who's making it happen. Vladdy, number 141. Juan, thank you for all you teach us. Uncle Bruce, go SoFi. Thank you, Juan. H. Greg, okay, Uncle Bruce, I bought that Meta put spread, credit spread back for 150, and I'm writing a 465, 460 for 115 once Meta stabilizes. Okay, H. Gregory for 719. So you're looking for a two-day expiry down there. Very interesting. On the Meta trade, Meta right now is sitting at 476, and you're looking to do 460, 65s behind the market. Absolutely. JJ, hi-yo. Hello, JJ. Brian, I put in a stinker to buy back my cash secured puts that I sold yesterday for a 35% gain. I don't know what to say. This is just so easy. This is easy money. Why not take it off the table? Well, nice stuff. Keep an eye on this stock. GameStop, $29.35, up 81 cents. If it's going to break 30, it might go right to 30, 50, 31, which puts your puts even lower. But look, the minute you buy these back, you want to write other puts and bring in money for puts that have no value whatsoever. Giddy up, Brian. SoFi 788, Bruce. Yes, up 13 cents on SoFi again. 7.3 million in 11 minutes. SoFi is picking up steam here, no question about it. It is absolutely being scooped up. 782, 785. We're running all over the place. 29.12 on GameStop, up 58. We've got the volume now on GameStop of 3.9 million. The Trump stock, DJT, is up $1.66 to 38.61. Seems to have kind of flattened out between 35 and 40 now, after touching 53 on Monday morning in the pre-market. Google 183.21, down 229 right now, and the Palantir down 59 cents at the moment. Matterport off 8, Rocket Lab down 12. Again, some stocks are starting negative, but we'll see just how negative and for how long this lasts. Apple down $5 a share, Tesla down 99 cents, not too much there. Google down $2, Microsoft down $6.30, Netflix off $10.79, Facebook, Meta down $15 a share at $4.74, Amazon $3.69 lower at the moment. Okay, everybody, giddy up. Alberto Asplair TV, you as well. Fill them pockets, my man. Rock and roll, everybody. Thank you all for being here from wherever you are on the planet. Great to have you in the house, and appreciate your support of the channel. Keep up the good work, people. Taking money off the table from these gamblers. They're just giving it up. It's incredible, some of the premiums that have been offered to you. It's just stunning. We have 161 thumbs ups. Thank you for that, everybody. Let's keep this going as we are moving in here. 39 away from 200 thumbs ups already this morning. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very, very much. The Dow's up 34, S&P down 54, and NASDAQ down 336, up 1.8%. And you know what that is. Those are the magnificent 7 stocks that are being hit the most, whereas the rest of the market is coming on, including the Dow. The S&P is down 1%, but the NASDAQ is down double that. So you know where the majority of the pressure is at the moment. It's only the first 13 minutes. We'll find out in the next half an hour. Is this really a sell-off going to stay here, or is the NASDAQ going to start to come back and break even all of a sudden? Let's see how this all plays out. Giddy up. Well done, everybody. Take the dinero. They're handing it to you. What a great country this is. You got to love the way this plays out. Adobe is down 760. AMD 167 a share, down 10.50 a share. I know a guy who was writing AMD calls, and he was watching this in the 180s just the other day. I have a suspicion if he's still in this option trade, this covered call trade on his AMD, I have a suspicion he might be smiling ear to ear. I don't know. We'll see just how this all plays out. But interesting stuff going on here in this market. Cisco's up 7, Pfizer up 39, IBM down 32 cents, HPQ down 30, Home Depot down $1. Vatic Semiconductors SMH down $11. Goldman down $2 at $501. Boeing down 3 cents. Target off 12 cents. JP Morgan up 36 cents. Costco down 2.80. Walmart up 21. DraftKings down $1. Royal Caribbean down 2.48. Well, we'll see how this first hour falls into place. The Dow is off 4 points at the moment. From what I can tell you, AI is down 45 cents, 29.98. GameStop is 29.42. The high today, 29.58. We're now at 29.55. We're trying to get to new highs on GameStop right now, up about 88 to 9, now up 99 cents at 29.54. We're approaching the high of the day right now on GameStop. 7.86 on SoFi, up 11 cents a share. So GameStop is inching higher to the 29.58 level. That's the high of the day. We're at 52 right now. 29.54, 55, and the volume is 4.6 million shares, up $1.02 for 29.58. The high just got tied, it got matched again. And are we going to take out the 58? There's nothing for sale at 58. There's 100 at 59. There's 500 at 60. This would take nothing to go into the 65-70 range. 29.54 to 56 right now. Just touched 29.60. 63 now. Here we go. 29.63 new high on 4.7 million shares. There is very, very little available to buy on GameStop. $1.08 at 29.63, up 109.64 just went through another new high on GameStop. We just touched another high, 65, 66, 67, 29.67. We're going for $30 a share, looks like. And there isn't a lot in the way. 29.62 high of the day, 29.67 right now is the situation, is the high trade of the morning on your GameStop. 784 up 9 on SoFi, Nvidia down 580, Rocket Lab down 9, Matterport down 7.5, AI at $30.08, down 36 cents. 29.64 on GameStop, 3 cents below the high of the day. We're hanging right in there, and we're going to jump around 10, 15 cents back and forth. The volatility is there, but it's a definite upper move happening on GameStop. Brian is watching at 790 and 29.64. He knows. Brian, the September 20 $30 covered calls on GameStop are now going for $6.35. I hope people are writing covered calls on GameStop if you can. September expiry, $30. That's at the money, just around 30 cents away from the money. $6.35 premium. That is a 21% premium on the $30 takeout price, which means if you write a $30 covered call on GameStop and you were to be exercised on this thing between now and September, which is 2 months from now, it's already July 17th, by the way, you're going to get $6.35 a share. That is a huge payoff. You could be paid $36.35 to be taken out. Wow, this is good stuff. Why are they rotating out of the Magnificent Seven? No more money to be made? Money has been made. That's the point. The Magnificent Seven stocks are way higher than the rest of the market, and there's an equilibrium going on. It's just in a rotation. It's nothing personal, and it's not a get out of everything Magnificent Seven. It's a rotation into other stocks who have been underperforming. And welcome AI, welcome GameStop, welcome SoFi, welcome Rocket Lab, hello Matterport, Smart Rent, and add them up. There you go. Dude, GameStop and Tesla are going higher. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I tried to buy 25 shares at 30.01 last night to help get GameStop above 30. It didn't work because I'm a dummy, and it filled at 29.89. My bid was above the ask, so of course it hit lower. I'm so used to selling options, I messed up. Yeah, you're not going to affect the stock with a 25 share order. No way. 29.65, high of the day, 29.72. We just set that a moment ago on GameStop. 5.11 million traded. This sucker's going higher. It's going to 30. It wants to go to 30. Tesla, 257 now, up 55 cents. So it's turned the corner ever so slightly. Nvidia still down 526. Is it over for the Magnificent Seven? No, it's just another day in paradise. 29.66.67 on GameStop now, just about 5 cents away from the high of the day, 29.72. Welcome all to the party. 5.2 million traded on GameStop at 29.66. There's 5,000 for sale. Finally, an order, something, some stock. There's 150 for sale at 58. There's 2 shares for sale at 64. There's 52 for sale at 29.69. There's 52 at 29.71. I mean, we have nothing offered here except this. There was this 5,000 share offer, and now it looks like it's gone. 29.66 is where it's at. We're trading at 29.49, coming off a little bit. But we could take another run at any time on this thing. SoFi 786 up 11. It's hanging in there. AI going higher, 30.23, only down 21 cents. It's back over 30 again and building from that. Interesting, everyone. Nice to have you here. What else is going on here? Brian, Puddin' Pie looks like the 6-month charts on all the Magnificent Seven. They're all way up there. Thumbs up from Puddin' Pie to all of you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thanks for joining us. 257.20 on Tesla, up 77 cents a share. GameStop 29.45, and SoFi 788 up 13. 790 is a high of the day. 10 million volume in 21 minutes on SoFi. Looking good on SoFi. There's buying coming in there. Apple's still down 588. Tesla's up 48. Google down 190, Microsoft down 540, Netflix down 10, Meta down 14, and Amazon is down 370. Looks like the Magnificent Seven may have bottomed out and are popping up just a little bit right now. 21 minutes into the opening. The first hour wouldn't surprise me if we broke even, went higher. Look at your GameStop, 29.65. We're running up again, 25 cents just in a second or two. We're running to 70. We're going to go to a new high. That offer for 5,000 is gone. It was gobbled up. We just went through 70 now. They're trading at 72, 74. We're at the new high right now on GameStop. There's stock trading here at 71, 73. I saw 70 at 74. Very little available. At 75, 1100. At 80, there's 1300. At 29.90, there's nothing at 29.90 actually. There are no sell orders registered. There's gaps starting to show up on the sell side. The market moves up too quickly. Sellers can't come in fast enough to stop it. 29.66 high today. 29.72. There you go. 788 on your SoFi. Giddy up, Brian. Uncle Bruce, with my new cash secured put right. By the middle of August, I should have had my line of credit paid off. That is 100% gain in 5 months. I will not pay it off yet, though. Interest is only $170 a month. Hector, neat. Brian, when I am making $3,000 a month, I'm only paying about 6% interest on my returns. Thank you. I will aim to pay it off by the end of the year. Splair, my 500 ME shares made me going up again with almost $1 into the green here. Way to go until the stock itself hits $1 for a $240 gain. Way to go, Splair. Hector, number 172, Bruce. Giddy up. Here we go. Right now, 29.63.65 on GameStop. High of the day, 29.79. Trying to go to $30. Not a lot of not for sale. Not a lot for sale between here and 30. There's a buyer for 5,500 at 29.45. That's behind the bids. And then there's another buyer somewhere around the 28 level, 29 level. There's nothing for sale here. There's like 15,000 for sale up to 31.50. It would take nothing. A couple 100,000 share buy wave will run this to $31, $32 a share. It's very weak on the sell side right now. From what I see here on the level 2 that I've got, Brian, watching GameStop hit in AH's yesterday was fun. There were jumps of 30 cents at a time, huge gaps. And there you go, Brian. You are beginning to figure it out. Stink bids, stink offers on contracts can make you money. Stink bids save lives, baby. They make people money, and it's class number whatever. We talk about stink bids and stink offers, how to maximize your returns here. It is a class you must take. You're kidding yourself if you're not taking the classes on stink bids and stink offers. Up to you, though. When do you want to make money in this market, or are you just going to think about making money in this market? It's up to you. Brian, can you imagine 100% gains in less than 6 months? What do you get from the professionals managing your money? 5% a year? That's rubbish. There you go. There it is. Look, the very well-to-do are doing very well. Thank you very much. And can you imagine making just 5% a month on $100 million? You're making $5 million a month, $60 million a year on $100 million. That allows someone to charter a $10,000 an hour jet anytime, anywhere, no problem. And if you do it through a corporation, it's a write-off. Oh my God. You make the money through a corporation, you spend money through a corporation, and a whole bunch of it is written off as a legitimate deduction. It's a great country when you're making the dough. Corporations are loved by politicians. It's amazing. You want to become part of the party? There's room to come on in. 30.33 on AI. We're only down 11 cents. The Dow's up 124. 124 on the Dow. A power surge has come in. We've got S&P down 46. NASDAQ still down 305. So NASDAQ down 1.6%, and the Dow's up 0.25%. What a differential here that is going on right now. fascinating world in which we live with a lot of crazy trading going on. 29.47, 29.50 on GameStop. We're jumping around as expected. I figured we would. We're a high of 29.79, and we could hit a new high at any moment. Don't be surprised. Rocket Lab is down an entire nickel. Whoop-de-doo. SoFi up 13 to 788. GameStop up 80. Matterport down 2.5 cents. 23andMe is now 53 cents, up 2.38 cents. Spire up 25 to 14.37 on Spire. ATIP up 15 cents. Smart Rent, no changes. Apple still down 5.80. Tesla is off just 60 cents. Microsoft down 5.59. Google off 189. Amazon down 409. Nvidia is down 5.75. We've got Meta down 14. Goldman up 91. Cisco up 17. ARC up a penny. Pfizer up 25. HPQ down 30. Unity Software up 60 cents. AI down just 18 to 30.26. Adobe down 6.67. We've got Netflix down 6.81. Spiders are at 5.60, down 4.79. The high of all time, 5.65. In the triple Q's, all-time high, 5.03. We're at 4.87. There's a sign right there. That is 8.80 drop right now today. We are now $16 off the high of Q's, and Spiders are still only 5 away from the highs. IBM up 50 cents. Vanik down 12.30. Home Depot down a nickel. Enphase down 177. Palantir up 8 cents. And Uber down 2.29 today to 72.01. Intel and United Healthcare are the winners on the Dow so far today, holding it higher. Johnson & Johnson stock turns up after profit and sales beat, and a mixed outlook. Stock is still higher. Interesting. Stocks that are moving the most today: Nvidia, Supermicro, ASML, TSMC, Intel, J&J, GitLab, Five Below, and others. And there's the story of what we have. The small cap stock market rally is remarkably unusual. Headline says that's why it has further to run. We're not done yet. 29.51 on GameStop after coming down to 28.38. That's the low of the day. We're at 29.50 now, up 99 cents on 6.88 million shares traded. Welcome to the party, everybody. This is fun stuff. Wing Commander, I rolled 9 $28 cash secured puts 1 week forward into 28s for a $1.25 credit. Thank you very much. May I have another $1,100 credit for doing nothing? This is pretty cool. One, filled the 5 GameStop contracts for September 20th for $6.65. Thank you, Brian, for the lead on that one. That is fantastic. That is $3,300 plus in the hands of Juan and $1,100 in the hands of Wing Commander, just on the last 2 messages right there. People are making money around here, and you got to ask yourself, you want in on this action? There's a lot of room in the options market for more players. You just have to figure out how options work, how they are created, how they die, how they depreciate. 17 classes waiting for you on my website, and they're on sale. The classes are on sale. No one's reminding me this, but you can buy 5 for the price of 4 right now off of me. The way to do it is to send me an email and just say, Bruce, I'd like to get 5 classes, or make a donation to my PayPal account. If you are having trouble with it, you let me know. I'll help you figure it out. But you can do a PayPal payment there for $5.99. PayPal.com, and my name right there, Bruce Farmer, Traveling with Bruce, the name of my other channel. Send $5.99.99 US over there. Then send me an email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Tell me the 5 classes you'd like. Are you a beginner? Start with the first 5. You already watched the first 5 classes? Take the next 5. You watched 12 out of 17 and you need 5 to finish it up? Send me an email with the 5 classes you would like. I will send you the link to the 5 you would like to have. Watch them again and again and again. Learn how to write options. They're on sale, 5 for the price of 4 until the end of July. We're running out of time, 14 days to go, and this deal is over. Giddy up, folks. Join the party that these people are having here. Why the hey not? Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you in. Brian, you're welcome. I want you to make money too. Brian, make me look bad and make more money than me. Juan, there we go. That's what we bagel members do. Thanks for Uncle Bruce as well for setting us up on the right path. For those of you out there who are Gold Bagel members and you would like to become part of the chat group, of the Discord group, become a Gold Bagel member and send me an email and just say, Uncle Bruce, I want to become part of the Discord group. I will then send you link information so that you can join that group, okay? If you're just a regular member of this channel or you're not a member at all, become a Gold Bagel member by upgrading your membership or just jumping right in there and send me an email. I will immediately send you the Discord link. So now you can talk to all of these folks right here, all these option writers who hang out, most of them hang out on the Discord channel after I'm off the air 7 days a week, and you can compare notes about the best brokers to use, the best strategies to use,
Good
what have you.
platforms,
Okay,
bad platforms.
there you go. Giddy up, everybody. Hi, Auntie Jen. What's going on?
Well, I think you should be very excited for today
I should.
because we went to a particular store yesterday
Yeah.
and bought some cold cuts.
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
Sure did.
You know, we were talking here about our trip coming up to Europe, and we're going to be spending time on board the Queen Mary 2. Then we're going to be in the UK for a while, and then we're heading to Switzerland. And once in Switzerland, you know, you're that close to Germany and Austria, and you're that close to France, and so the food quality just.
They all have those breakfast
And they have those
buffets
wonderful,
out there.
oh my God, those wonderful buffet breakfasts in Switzerland at these different hotels. And so we got to talking about that lately. And yesterday we decided, hey, why don't we go to one of these we have a local restaurant here. It's kind of a delicatessen restaurant crossover.
European food.
All about Germany, Switzerland, Austria.
And all Europe, including like Scottish food, like everything.
Yeah, all kinds of food from the UK, from Europe. So we went to the Edelweiss location here, the restaurant. I don't know what to call it, restaurant deli, Edelweiss.
Yeah, it's Edelweiss.
And we ended up having a lovely meal last night, and then we picked up some stuff to take home. Bought some cold cuts and some European wieners and
blood sausage with tongue.
Some blood sausage. Jennifer wanted. Unbelievable. Quite nice. So now this morning, I have to decide what to have.
What's it going to be?
On my bagel.
I've already got them all out on the counter.
Oh
just
my
waiting.
God. Oh my God. Wow.
Got the cheese out. Do you want an egg with it?
Oh, no, not that much.
Okay.
Maybe just some of that beer sausage.
Beer sausage,
And
grilled
a
ham,
little
maybe.
ham on there, and
Okay.
a little bit of that horseradish mayo.
Oh, the horseradish mayo.
Kind of clear the sinuses.
I know, because we
that
don't have
toasted.
Felipe's.
No,
It's a
we
goner.
can't find our Felipe's. We
left it in.
we were sure we brought it back with us, this little tiny model of Felipe's.
I know.
Anyway, what can
What are
I
we
say?
doing? What are we doing?
I
Would
don't
you
know.
hand me your plate?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
hand me your plate?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Okay.
very much.
I'm
Okay.
on it.
All right. Yay. All right. Bagel on the way. We're up 148 points on the Dow. 148 points. AI down 26 cents. GameStop 58-cent gain at 29.12. We dipped all the way to 28.38 was the low, and now we've recovered to 29.13 on the other side. SoFi 781. Nvidia still down $7 at 119. $7 drop on Nvidia times 25 billion shares. Do the math. That's $175 billion in losses on Nvidia market cap. That is being distributed to the secondary market. That's why certain stocks are higher. That's what's going on around here, I think. 781 on SoFi. Rocket Lab down 9. Matterport still down 3. SmartRent down 3. Nothing much of a loss there. ME up 1.9. Apple still down 6.40. Tesla down a penny. Google down $2. Microsoft off 7.40 as well. Netflix down 13. Meta down $18. And Amazon down 4.89. Will they stay here? Start to recover from here? Will they go lower, or will they actually go green later today? This day is going to be interesting to watch how this plays out. We are 36 minutes into the session. and the Dow is up and everything else is negative. That is the story at the moment. Richard Carlin says, "Good morning, Auntie Jen." So does Splair. Splair, by the way, mentioning EU. How is your schedule for London and Hamburg? Yeah, we're going to be 2 weeks in London and we're going to be 4 nights in Hamburg. And you might find it easier to see us in Hamburg than in London. Uh, so we'll talk about that a little later on. We're also still talking about a meet and greet in London and a meet and greet in New York. We are definitely going to talk about that. I have to figure out locations and times for that, and we'll let you know. Soon, very soon, I will fill all of you in as we try to figure this whole thing out. Welcome to the party, pals. It's great to see you on the game on the markets right now. We're up 123 on the Dow. We're down 62.8 on S&P, and we're down 400 points on Nasdaq. And you can thank the big cap Nasdaq stocks for giving up that much ground. 2.2% drop on Nasdaq, where the Dow is up a third of a point to the green. The VIX index is higher, 1382. It's up 4.7% today. Oil still up $1.43. All right. We'll see how all this plays out. Option writers, you're having a field day out there to position yourselves. Rollover strategies, credit spread trades, call credit spreads, put credit spreads, cash secured put strategies. There's all kinds of opportunity here to get ready for another run of money. I love it. Giddy on up. Let's see what's going on. Let's see, Auntie Jen, would you like to have afternoon tea with me in London? Joe V, what's a good cash secured put to write on for Rocket Lab if I am looking for 1 to 2 months out? What do you think about Rocket Lab? Well, stating at 550 is sitting there 550. Can you write fives? Can you write sixes? Go out to January 25, taking a decent premium. If you write fives, they're out of the money. If you write six, they're only 50 cents in the money. Can you get a nice premium on those? You got to shop the option chain and see what you can dig up on that trade. Giddy on up. 28.88. We're back under 29 now on GameStop. Up 39 cents at 28.93. The volume 8.1 million. We've been as high as 29.79, just short of $30 after being as low as 23 something a week and a half ago. 28.84 at the moment. The low of the day today, 28.38. So we're still hanging above that level as well. Tesla down 350 again to 252.90. A little bit of a dip there. Google's still down 259. And we're now 39 minutes into the opening with the Dow up 98 points at the moment. Rocket Lab, AI under $30 a share at 29.80, down 64. SoFi 773 giving up the gains, down 2 pennies at the moment. High of the day on SoFi 791. 14.7 million volume has gone through today on SoFi. We're at 773, down 2 cents. For those of you looking for a bargain or a dip, that is the latest as I see it here. NVIDIA down 749, Rocket Lab down 16, Matterport down 5.5, SmartRent down 7, ME still up 1.5, Apple down $7, Tesla down 4, Google down 270, Microsoft down $9, Netflix down 14, Meta down 17, and Amazon down 580. Now, this tells me that if the Magnificent Seven are continuing to drop, that tells me that more and more small investors who don't know anything about option writing are going to get very desperate, even more desperate on their option trades, because most of them are always long and are always looking to make money on an up move. And they've all been whacked by Will Smith with a dope slap, and they're all lower and they're all getting hit on their call options. So now there's going to be a whole bunch of shifting going on, rolling over into other call options to try to make it up into somewhere else. And this is where you out there can do very nicely, where you see these dips, and this is an opportunity perhaps to write credit spreads, put credit spreads at some nice levels going forward a week or two in time out of the money behind these stocks to take a position and say, oh, okay, you've come down this much. How about if I take a credit spread down here with the stock down to here, and any kind of recovery on this market, these suckers shrink to nothing. I'll take the money. Thank you very much. Well done, everybody. Yes, it's legal. Yes, you're allowed to do that. Luca, NVIDIA and SMCI taking a beating. What a sell-off we got going on right now. Indeed, we sure do. Super Micro down $58 at $8.19 at the moment. Even AMD down $13.36 today has taken a hit as well to $164.19. They go down faster than they go up. I keep telling everybody this. Stocks go faster down. That's why I keep insisting, if you're really going to think about writing put credit spreads, you must be 10, 12% behind the market. You've got to have a nice cushion to absorb these kinds of violent moves, because you don't want to be caught right now in the money with a credit spread where you're only 5% behind the market. It's too close to the campfire. That is the secret to making money. Giddy up. 28.65 on GameStop, just about 10 cents higher on the session. Nothing much there. Down to 28.38 was the low today, and we're jumping around now at 28.70 again. But we are seeing a lot of volatility coming into these markets. Why shouldn't we? We've had such a run lately. I mean, GameStop has had, 6 straight days going up in a row? There should be something. We'll see how this plays out. Oh my God, look at what we have.
Let's turn this so you can see.
Ooh, doggy, the bagel has arrived, baby.
And I moved it.
There it is. Ooh, look at this. We've got the toasted sesame seed bagel, of course. We've got the marble cheese right there. We've got ham and beer sausage right there.
And, probably Black Forest ham there.
Black Forest ham it is.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get some more
Oh, yes.
cola? Here's my old.
Stink bid save lives.
That's right. Here's my coffee cup from this morning. If you can grab that.
Your
guy.
bucket o' coffee.
The bucket o' coffee. Thank you all. 28.83 now on GameStop. Trying a little rally again. You're going to see these all day long. Up 27 cents on 8.67 million in 43 minutes. Are we heavy on GameStop? No. Are we going to have 100 million shares trade today? No. This is the thing about the GameStop trade that makes it interesting. Back a month or two ago, when we had the rally, we were doing 50 million in the first hour, 20, 30 million shares. We've done 8. And yet it's up. Even with the down dip on the Magnificent 7. Interesting pattern here. Right, everything falling now. Any big news? Just a standard dip after the rip. It's a dip after the rip. Dude, glad I put in some more spreads on NVIDIA. Take advantage of these moves. Splair, neat, bagel time. Larry Titus, it's bagel time. Charlie, bagel time. Neat. Oh, you guys know what you're doing. 146 gain on the Dow. AI 2984. 28.69 to 70 on GameStop. 7.74 on SoFi, down 1 penny. That's it. NVIDIA down 7.40, Rocket Lab down 14, and that's where we are this morning at this moment in time. Okay, let's take a jump on this sucker right here. Oh, does this look good?
I hear moans and groans of pleasure.
So good. Oh yeah,
Enough
baby.
horseradish? Getting up your nose yet?
I can barely sense it.
Uh-oh.
What?
Well, I only put it on one side. Could have put it on two, but I thought, I don't want him crying on the air.
We don't want that. Oh my. If you're ever in Calgary, you got to head to the Edelweiss. A unique place, a building unto itself. Usually delis are in strip malls. They're in small locations. Here we have a building. They got to have about 3,000 square feet. They have their own parking lot.
You can buy everything there.
They can buy anything from anything.
You can buy it in Europe. You can buy it.
You can buy cuckoo clocks in this place.
You can buy
From Germany.
raclette, those cheese melters.
Yes.
You can buy a fondue.
Oh, you can buy fondues over there.
buy,
Anything Switzerland,
dishes.
anything Germany, anything Austria. Absolutely
Candy,
unbelievable.
licorice.
Yep. Sardines and all kinds of varieties
the good
of
stuff.
herring, canned herring.
All the ketchups, the Zent, the mayonnaise.
The Zent from Germany. Oh yeah, yeah. If you are of a European descent, your parents are from Europe, and you remember certain items in the house that were only good if they came from Germany, this is where you're going to go.
Scottish shortbreads, oatmeal cakes, ginger snap.
She's in heaven. She was in heaven. What kind of cookies did you buy yesterday?
I bought the. It's just a sugar cookie, but it's got the embossed chocolate covering on top of it. For those of you who have flown WestJet, that's the cookie you get. Except they give you the Canadian version. This is the European version with good chocolate. That's a sweeping statement.
We were
It's
at the pastry counter inside this place. You have hot food that you can eat in the restaurant, hot food to go, pastries.
Cold cuts, bakery.
So we were pointing at one of the pastries, going, we were taking a bunch to go. What's that one there? She started to explain it was a
vanilla.
It was a cake with a vanilla
vanilla cream.
Cream in the middle of it. I said, that's it. We'll take one.
We'll take one of those.
That's all I need to hear. I don't need to hear
It had to
anything
be
else.
a vanilla cream.
Had to be some kind of a vanilla custard cream of some kind.
But,
Oh yeah, we'll take
But like this much
this
with the flaky pastry on both. I got a slice of German chocolate cake, which I know it comes with like a very thin layer of like a chocolate ganache on top, but I highly recommend people just put a little smear of butter on top of your chocolate cake. Oh, you'll never go back. Never go back. Yeah, learned that one from my mother. I know. It sounds weird.
Certain things Mom knows.
Oh, Mom knows.
That Mom passed on.
We had a raspberry. I still have it. A raspberry brownie, and something else. We each got 2.
Strudel.
Oh, you got strudel. Yeah. Plus, I have, for those who know, the Saskatoons are out. They're big and fat and edible, and so I have 2 cups of frozen Saskatoon berries ready to make a little crisp. Yeah.
Giddy up, baby.
Yeah, it's very good. Those Saskatoons are very good. Go down to the river, people.
Go down to the river.
Pull Saskatoons.
Pull Saskatoon berries.
Stay away from the wasps. Try to avoid the wasps while you're there. Yeah.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Really. Why?
Actually, this year we have mosquitoes. I mean, we've always had mosquitoes, but I am a lucky person, and mosquitoes don't really like me because I think I just have very bad taste in
She
blood.
hits.
Well, there's that too. But the mosquitoes this year are they're large. They're bigger than they normally are. This will take your child away. Yeah.
Yikes.
You're bored because the fan is hitting it. I thought we were about to have a horrible farm implement accident. But no, the wall saved your head.
We spare no expense in the making of this set.
So the markets are up. You got some green there.
No. Yes, the Dow is up.
Yeah.
But only the Dow is up. We're down. We're down on the S&P by 57 points, which is 1%. Nasdaq is down 400 points, 2.1%, 2.2%.
So they're selling the Magnificents, and what are they buying?
Right, secondary stocks. Yeah, the others.
What are they buying on the Dow to make the Dow?
Well, United Healthcare is up again. Had a great profit yesterday. It went up. And there are other stocks. Intel is up today, so there's a couple of Dow 30s are having a good day.
And always to remind people, there's only 30 stocks.
There's only 30 in the Dow, 500 in the S&P. That's right.
So, take it for that.
GameStop holding a gain. 28.82 up 26 cents. The low of the day 28.38. We're at 28.80. The high today, $29.79.
Okay.
We almost hit $30.
Oh,
we
just
may
flirting with
take a
30.
run at that later today. You never know.
Oh, right.
Nine.
There's a lot of day left.
Oh God, 9.1 million traded now on GameStop. 28.83, climbing back to 29 again. Looks like. The secondary stocks are getting the rotation. It's this rotation that's going on, and that seems to be where it's at right
Well,
now.
they've been having a hearty showing, so it's time. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm going to go have some coffee.
yeah.
I'm going to stay cool. All you people out there, stay cool. Ontario, Toronto, hope you get rid of your water.
Unbelievable.
The floods are unbelievable. Like cars. Covered.
Houston is flooded. Chicago got tornado
Toronto
warnings
had it.
and heavy rain yesterday and whatnot.
Yeah.
Toronto flooding.
I don't know if this is the end of Beryl or if they're just having fun all by themselves. But
I don't know what to make of it.
yeah. Yeah,
We're so grateful here in Calgary. Stable, calm, sunny, warm.
We've been stable. I was texting with our child at about 6:30 in the morning, which is unbelievable if you knew her. But she was saying it was already 27 degrees in her little house.
Ooh, warm.
Yeah.
Warm.
And that's why we have a heat warning. It's just not cooling off at night. You don't get relief.
Not cooling off enough.
And then you don't sleep. And then you get a little bitchy, just a little ornery. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
You have to go to the spray parks, knock those kids out of the way, and get under that bucket.
Yeah, it's adults only.
That's my bucket.
You should be in school.
That's right.
It's July. Go back to school.
Summer school. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Auntie Jen. Thank you for the bagel.
No problem.
Fantastic. 28.82 on the GameStop shares. 29.88 on AI. And 7.76 on SoFi. We're up a penny again on SoFi. The volume on SoFi now is approaching 18.5 million. And we're coming into 53 minutes on the session. So how about that? Go SoFi, go. NVIDIA is still down 750. The low of the day on NVIDIA was 118.12 or 118.82. So a little recovery, but we're still down a majority of the loss today. $2.9 trillion company. Don't feel bad. NVIDIA will get by. Over on Apple, we're down $6.99 a share. The low of the day, 226.64. We're at 227.91. Perfect time to write a put credit spread on Apple is at the low of the day. And if you can get a position done on Apple between 180 and 195, somewhere in there, anywhere in there, a $5 spread, whatever, for a week or two, this might be the time to do that. The Apple market cap, $3.49 trillion. Don't feel too sorry about Apple. On Tesla, we're down 552 at 251 a share. Call credit spreads. Might be time to look into those in the 280-90 range. Put credit spreads on the put side, 200 to 210 range. I'd be a good $40 out of there on the downside for sure. Google 182.90, down 260 a share. Call credit spreads in the 200 range, 195, 205. On the put side, 160, 65, somewhere like that. Microsoft 441 right now, down 791. Microsoft market cap is $3.2 trillion. Don't feel too bad about that. Low of the day, $440. You may want to be remind you, July 30, which is in 13 days, earnings come out for Microsoft. So if you can do a credit spread before July 30, you might want to do a put credit spread in that 410 neighborhood. You might want to do a call credit spread, maybe 470, 480 range on the upside. Netflix 640 a share, down $15, and Meta down 1850 to 471. The lower the put credit spread, the better. On the call side, 520, 530 would be an idea on Meta. They come out with their earnings July 31. Keep that in mind as well. Interesting stuff here. Amazon 186.91, the high of the year, $201. So if you can do 210 call credit spreads, 210 range, 205, 215, somewhere in there. at the high of the year might be the place to be there. On the put side, if you're going to do put credit spreads on Amazon, maybe 160, somewhere in that neighborhood. We're at 186.12, and this is near the low of the day, down 690 a share. Amazon market cap now 1.9 trillion. Don't feel too bad for those guys. Isn't that amazing? Meta, it's 1.19 trillion dollars. Netflix is still showing $276 billion market cap. Um, Wild. Google is $2.2 trillion market cap. Tesla market cap now $800 billion. Quite amazing. All right, there you have it. 145 gain on the Dow, 54-cent loss on AI, 29.90. GameStop holding a gain of 34 cents at 28.88, now 29.01. We just jumped right here, just jumped $29 a share to for GameStop. The low of the day, 28.38, and looks like the GameStop wants to break through 29 again to take another shot. High of the day, 29.79 on GameStop. 9.5 million traded, trading at 29.03.05 now. 29.05 has just gone through. It's offered at 6, 7, and 8. There isn't even 150 available up to 29.08. There's 100 at 29.10. There's 100 at 29.15. There's 189 at 29.22. Other than that, it's 50s, 2s, 20, nothing for sale. Very thin on the sell side on GameStop. SoFi 776 right now, up 1 penny at the moment as I see it, with AI at 29.94, trying to get back to $30 a share. Dow's up 166, higher again on the Dow. Interesting stuff. Brian, Uncle Bruce, can you tell me what time GameStop will go to 30? I need exact dates and times, please. Would you just help me out? That would really make life simple for me, Bruce. If you could just tell me exactly when the stock is going to do that. 29.04, 29.05, offered at 6, 7, trading at 6 now, 29.06, that's gone. Now there's 24 left at 29.07. That's all there is. Interesting markets. Nvidia still down 720 at 119.08. It's actually climbing just a little tiny bit right now. Apple still down 680, Tesla down 420, Google down 285, Microsoft down 812, Meta down 1840, and Amazon down 660 a share at the moment. Welcome to the party, everyone. It's nice to have you here. Congratulations, option writers. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do in this market. Let the market tell you where it wants to go, and then write your contracts. Write out of the money, worthless, time value only contracts, and allow shrinkage to make you your money. It's as simple as that. You don't have to get any more complicated than that. Get into out of the money contracts that have zero value. That's all you want to do. And it's easy peasy. Time and time again, it will pay you handsomely. And as you become more comfortable with this, you will write more and more contracts, especially on the cash secured put side, poor man covered call side, and on the spreads. You will just write more contracts for the same price as before. You'll bring in $2, $3, $4, whatever you're bringing in. But because you're writing many more of them, the dollars start to add up to start to replace your paycheck. It'll outdo what you can make it work very quickly. And you'll start asking yourself, why am I going to work at all? I hate it there. I don't enjoy it. It's not motivational. I have no upside. I've been told, out and out told by my manager, who loves me. My manager has said, you're not going any higher than what you got right now. You're at top dollar. You have all the benefits you're going to get, and you're not going to be graduated above me. So you've reached the pinnacle within this organization. That gives you two choices. Go somewhere else and join another company, or take a hike and become an option writer full time and just stay at home and do this. Hang out with us and enjoy the ride. Welcome all to the party. Why not? GameStop 28.80, 28.90 right now. with a low of 28.38 and a high of 29.79. We're kind of right in the middle of the range on our day here. 778 on SoFi. We're up 3 again. We're moving higher on SoFi. Will SoFi hit 8 today? It might just do that. SoFi might break $8 today. Another milestone reached with 13 days to go before the earnings come out. Stock is moving higher now than a lot of analysts have given a target for. There are stock analysts who said the stock's a 650, 750 target price only on SoFi. It's 778 going to 8, breaking the target prices of analysts, making them look like morons. 782 on SoFi. We're up 7 cents on SoFi. 28.96 on GameStop. We're about to hit 29 again. We're approaching $29 again on GameStop. 9.7 million GameStop have gone through. SoFi is sitting at 780, 782, 20 million, 700,000, double the volume of GameStop. That's what SoFi is doing. Very interesting. The SoFi dollars aren't equal to the GameStop dollars traded, but the volume is double. Very interesting there. 28.93 to 28.95 on GameStop. Welcome all to the show. Nice to have you here trying to make some dough. 28.96. Yes, indeed. There's one share for sale at 96. There was. It looks like it's gone now. 28.98. There's 26 for sale. 28.99. There's 52 for sale on GameStop. That's all there is. There's nothing there. 200 at 29.02. 176 at 29.07. Yeah, not a lot out there. Very little stock available for sale on the GameStop shares. I think sellers are pulling their orders back. They're backing off. They're sensing a movement on GameStop. They're backing away and going, well, come and get me up here. I'll back off 10, 20 cents. Take me out of 29.10 or 29.20. Take me out up here if you're going to do that. There you go, kids. Welcome all to the program, and it's nice to see you all here. Great to have you with us. Brian, Uncle Bruce, can you tell me what time this GameStop's going to go? Joe wrote 80 Rocket Lab cash secured puts, 550s for $3,600. Thank you very much. Not bad for 5 weeks. Not bad at all. 550 on Rocket Lab. We're at 546 on the stock. The stock stays over 550 a share. Joe keeps all $3,600 for just offering to buy stock at 550. What a nice guy to offer to buy stock. Nice little play right there. Well done. Beach Boy, NVIDIA October 95s, cash secured puts, 322. Thank you, gamblers. Nothing wrong with writing an out of the money cash secured put on NVIDIA. The stock's at 119.45, and Beach Boy is offering to buy the stock for $95. What a nice guy! They paid him $322 to buy to offer to buy them at $95 a share. Nice going, buddy. Yes, indeed. Double D, Uncle Bruce, you haven't mentioned Spire in a while. Occasionally, I'll mention it. I noticed Spire now is sitting at like $14.29 a share, up 17 centinos. Highest level probably in 3 months. Oh yes, in 6 months, close. The all-time high 6 months ago, 1601, back in March. So yeah, another little buck or two, and this thing is at new highs since March. Interesting. I haven't any news on you, Johnny. Uncle Bruce, I wrote my first put credit spread on GameStop yesterday. I got so excited I wrote another one today. Thanks for all the tips. You got it, buddy. Welcome. Welcome to the party, pal. Great to have you here. This is what happens. People get into this and they go, this is pretty good. I kind of like welcome. I mean, I like being welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, man. Yeah. Giddy up, kids. Just one more thing. Take the money off the table, guys. They're handing it to you. Take the money off the table. Nice going there, Johnny. You're getting it. You're getting it. Well done. Nice going, Beach Boy. And July 19 GameStop 30 covered calls, $1.76. 5% for 2 days. I love these gamblers. I love taking in 176 for 48 hours. Thank you very much. Very nicely done. Covered calls. Splair, Johnny, this is the way, getting so excited to take another one here. Beach Boy, GameStop 30 covered calls, 176. I love you. I love you. Nice work there, Beach Boy, from Brian. Dude, way to go, Johnny. Brian, those $26 cash secured puts I sold for August 16th, that is exactly 1 month for $3,500 in premiums. Uncle Bruce, this is very close to job quitting money, around 4,500 Canadian. This is crazy. And my contract is conservative. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm trying to tell you people out there. 227 of you are here. I think the 227 that are here, 225 get it. 2 of you are new going, what are they talking about? Really? What's this guy doing? Yeah, it's real money, and it is real good money. Yeah, dude, this is easy as pie. The stock option sensei. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There you go. And it's legal. The only business that I know of where you can knowingly sell something that is worthless to somebody else that knowingly is buying the thing from you, they know it's worthless, and it's okay. That is the amazing part of this business. Selling something that is declared worthless without any question, it has no value, it expires in a very short period of time, and both parties to the transaction are okay with it. That is this business right here. It's unbelievable. Brian, I do have to say one thing though. Taking out of line of credit really helped push this along faster with compounding. And look, I have had countless viewers over the 3 years that I've been here who have looked at their finances, they've looked at their asset base, and they figured something out. In many cases, what they figured out is that they have equity in their house, and they have a very small 401k, a very small RRSP. They're contributing to their 401k, their boss is matching it, and they're sitting at $10,000-12,000. And they're sitting there going, I'm working my tail off. I can't get a raise at all. I can't get a promotion. I need to work here because of the health care, but I have debts up to here. I'm a cash flow junkie. I'm stuck on cash flow. However, I happen to have equity in my home. For whatever reason it came to you, it doesn't matter. It's just a fact that some of you out there have got hundreds of thousands of dollars of home equity that you're sitting on. And the traditional argument has been you'll make your money on your real estate over time. The problem is you want to quit your day job now, and you've started to write some options with your 5 and 10 and 15 grand you've got lying around, and you got car loans and credit cards you're carrying, and you're flowing it. If you took a $100,000 line of credit on your house and you started to write cash secured puts on that $100,000, or you wrote 4 different credit spread trades over 4 different stocks, all conservatively out of the money, and you could just bring in 5% a month in premium revenue from your $100,000 equity, you're bringing in $5,000 a month. Your loan is not $5,000 a month to get that $100,000. Might run you $1,500 a month in payments, if that. You're bringing in $5,000. That is adding $3,500 a month to your cash flow, which you're living off of. You now can target $3,500 a month to debt, and after 6, 7, 8, 10 months of time, you've knocked off 35 grand in debt. You've changed your game plan. You've changed the order of things. You've reduced your cost of living dramatically. You are now looking at $3,500 coming in with not as many debts to pay off anymore. All of a sudden you're realizing that $3,500 is what I can live off of, or I could put towards my living expenses. In effect, this is paying the mortgage and property taxes on our house. The line of credit is covered. Now the house is covered. We only need food money. We need car insurance money, car repair money. The cost of living is dropping dramatically because of this outside cash flow. That's just assuming a 5% return per month. There are people who are doing much more than that. Much, much more than that. If you don't have a bunch of debts, you just have a cost of living or an income coming in from work of $5,000 a month after tax, and you start generating $5,000 a month on a $100,000 line of credit as a starting point, and you just let that grow and compound it for a few months, you may find that you're bringing in $6,000 or $7,000 a month, 3-4 months down the road, and now you're to the point where you're going, well, if I walk away from the job, I've replaced the paycheck with this, and I'm self-reliant. We're just living off of our our assets. That's what the wealthy are doing. Just a matter of when are you ready to pull the pin. You decide. Sure is nice to have that option, that choice. It sure is nice. Brian, I know taking on a loan in investment is frowned upon, but my experience show it helps a lot. For many people, if you take a loan to make investments, the interest is a write-off. That's a very smart way to go. Dude, I'm inspired. Wrote some more put spreads on GameStop. The gift that keeps on giving. I'm now up $918 credit on the day. Thank you very much. Keep it coming. 28.67 on GameStop, up 13 cents on 10.2 million. Giddy up, everybody. The Dow is still holding a 100-point gain right now. AI back over 30 at 30.03. SoFi 776 trying to hang in there. Looks like it's still green. NVIDIA looks like it's only down 642 now. NVIDIA seems to be inching a little higher, 119.94 after dropping to 118.12. So we've come back $1.80 on NVIDIA to be down 642. So it is improving, which means credit spreads being written on NVIDIA is a good idea, especially when they were down $8. Now they're down 6. Still might be a good idea. Rocket Lab down 16, Matterport down 3.5, Smart Rent down 6. We've got Apple down 660, Tesla down 375, Google down 265, Microsoft down 828, Netflix down 1391, Meta down 1826, Amazon down 619. There are opportunities out there. Uber down 387, Supermicro still down, but only down $47 at $829.98. The low was $817. $12 recovery already on SMCI. Very volatile. Adobe down 527. AMD 163.86 down 13.69. Unity up 35 cents. Enphase down 3.39. Interesting market this morning. Moderna down 260. Cisco up 50 cents. Pfizer up 42. IBM up 117 a share. HPQ down 7. Home Depot down 120. Vanik Semiconductors down 11.80. Goldman is up 214. Boeing down a dime. Target up 62. JP Morgan up 87. Costco down 380. Walmart up 65. Disney down 55. American Airlines down 12. AMC down 2. DraftKings down $1. Royal Caribbean down $5 today. 540 on Royal Caribbean at 166.92. Wild. All right, the Dow 122 gain. GameStop right now down 12 cents on the session. We're up towards the low of the day. 28.38 is the low. 28.42 is where we're at right here. And that means possible buying back of calls, the possibility of acquiring deep in the money calls at a good price. This is an opportunity to get ready to do another credit spread on GameStop at a higher credit yet again. All kinds of opportunities here. That's what we're looking for. Dude, I'm inspired. I wrote some more put credit spreads. Dude, have you ever rolled your put credit spreads? Is it fairly simple, like rolling a normal option? It depends on the liquidity of the contracts you're dealing with, how active they are. Obviously, GameStop, Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple, the index is very, very liquid. Easy rollover scenarios. Just using time to better your position. Can be done. Splair, I'm wishing you all a relaxed day. Dude says to Brian, it happens. I would say 2 out of 10 times lately, though, not on GameStop. Not when the stocks keep going up all the time. True. 28.58, by the way, on GameStop. We just jumped again. and we're back into the green at the moment, just temporarily. 10.6 million traded on the day. Folks, I will see you here tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. If you're one of these folks right here, a Gold Bagel member of this channel, I will see you tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time for Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. Let's talk about your trades. Let's talk about how you're doing on your credit spreads. Let's talk about how you're doing on your covered call rights, your cash secured puts, deep in the money calls, puts, poor man covered calls. Talk to me about your stink bids, your stink offers. We'll cover everything later tonight, and look forward to visiting with you. The market will be closed when we're on the air. We can relax and chat. I look forward to it tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time for Gold Bagel members of this channel. Become a Gold Bagel member immediately, and you'll be able to join me tonight at 7 p.m. And, of course, every morning at 8 in the morning, half an hour before this show starts, we talk about the trade alert for the day to give you a heads up of what's going on. AI back over 30, 30.13 again. Another time it has broken the 30 barrier. 28.62 on GameStop, up about a dime. It just refuses to go lower. 7.80 up a nickel on Sofi. Thank you, Sofi. 6.30 drop on NVIDIA, but we're back to 120 from the 118 range. NVIDIA is improving, and I wonder now that we've been open an hour and 17 minutes, has the worst of the sell-off gone through, and now we're running out of paper? Sellers have stopped coming in, sell. All of a sudden, some of these magnificent sevens and everything else starts to go up in price. Is that what's going to happen here? We're about to find out. We'll keep an eye on it from out here. You guys keep an eye on it from out there, and we'll join you tonight at 7 o'clock and see what we can talk about here. Thank you all so very much. Stock Option Sensei, neat. Dames of the Misty Tree, neat. Dude, Brian, I use Tasty, and it's pretty simple to do in one action. I prefer to just close the spread if I'm giving up and take a loss. Then I get the credit at lower strike or in a new underlying trade. And this is a good way to do it. Sometimes the best way is to shut the one trade down and reposition into a new trade for a fat credit and just look at it at the big picture in a big picture kind of way. If you've lost $1 on this credit spread, but you've put on a new credit spread that just brought you in $3, overall, you're ahead of the mark. Keep on writing. Absolutely. Don't get caught up on averages. Thank you all for being here, dude. So close the spread and write another one. That way you can make a stink offer and get a better fill. Rolling out in expiry, of course, also. Brian, thank you, my friend. Thank you for the advice. Joe, thanks, Dr. Bruce. You were an inspiration. Thank you all for being here today. Love having you. It's a pleasure. Make sure to grab your classes. They're on sale. Buy 5 for the price of 4 while they are still available. And let's go from there. Okay, everybody, we'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock. I look forward to it. Have a great day. Make a ton of money. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.